Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing some fixing on the Gs300, just installing new suspension parts. All the suspension parts we're installing are OEM. I ordered everything from Amazon, almost in like a package, besides the lower rearward control arm. I'll leave the link to all the parts in the description. But besides the suspension parts, we'll be installing brand new teen coilovers. We'll just be doing the front coilovers today because I don't have the actual top hats to the rear coilovers because my car is actually on Rev 9 suspension. So as far as when the Rev 9 suspension goes, the top hats or the strut mounts are actually smaller than the OEM ones, and I can show you real quick. I tried, it won't fit. It's like mad dangerous to actually attempt that. So if you're in my situation and you have Rev 9s and trying to install the teen street bases, don't do it. So I got this from the local pull apart, the actual top hat, and you just, only thing you do is just take the screw off that the teen comes with, set this top hat on, tighten everything down, you're good to go. This is the actual Rev 9 top hat. If you see, it's like half the size, but it's cool for the Rev 9s because the spring is actually smaller. The spring is actually smaller, if you can see, it's actually smaller. So as far as when the Rev 9s come into play, these are decent for eliminating wheel gap. If you're trying to go like fender to lip, I really wouldn't do it on the Rev 9s, just because, you know, they're like the cheaper coilovers. Cheap. As far as the teen goes, as far as ride height goes, I'm not exactly sure how low you can go with the teens, but I'm not going like fender to lip. I'm just eliminating the wheel gap as far as like fender to tire. That's just how my car usually sits, and I can give you guys a look-see of how that actually looks. Yeah, so this is the Rev 9. The bushing actually blew out when I first installed these like 2 years ago, and I was driving with it since then. The bushing was in here, but it was just blown apart. So instead of, you know, the car being more so positive camber side, it was more so negative camber with the it was more so like more strut fatigue than it actually should have been. So it was causing me to burn through a lot of tires, which gets very, very expensive. So yeah, I got the teen already assembled and ready to install. I will adjust the collars for my ride height because this spring is actually really big. So I think this will actually support the car way better than the Rev 9s did, even though I'm going for the same ride height. So yeah, guys, instead of talking you guys' heads off, we could go ahead and get these things, get the suspension parts installed on the Gs300 and take it around the block a couple times to see how it actually feels. All right, so this side of the car sits, it might be off a little, but this side is complete Rev 9. So Rev 9 coilover in the front and back. It's a good height for me. It's perfect for me. It does ride a lot rough than stock suspension, but I've heard the teen coilovers drive like stock suspension, so we'll see. I do have the passenger side already installed. It's a lot lower than the driver's side. Not by too much, honestly. Not by too much. So this is the teen up front and the Rev 9 in the back. As far as the back go, I can't put the backs on because I don't have the strut mounts, the top mounts, the OEM ones, because I know for a fact the Rev 9 won't work on the teen. So let's go ahead and get the suspension swapped out and go for a test drive to see how it actually feels. All right, guys, so this is how everything looks so far. So the best advice I can give you, if you're changing everything off like I am, upper control arm, sway bar link, lower ball joint, lower rearward arm, and I believe this is the lower control arm. I don't have this. I need to order that. Oh yeah, and don't just leave your leg underneath there like that. The best advice I can give you guys is just take the whole hub off. The whole hub assembly off, get this completely out your way because we're not doing anything with this itself. So to make your job easy so you can see everything instead of turning the wheel back and forth multiple times, just pull the hub off. All right, so we have the hub out the way. I literally had this thing tucked in, praying that this doesn't slip out. Because if that slip, we probably break this sensor on this side. The sensor on the other side is already broke. I got 2 coming in anyway, so word to the wise, if you're not replacing your sensor, I advise you to get some type of bungee or co-hanger and hang it up somewhere. So, or just unplug the sensor altogether, which is right here. Just a little lazy today. Plus, this is coming out because it's no good. So, now for the fun part, lower ball joint out of tie rod, which you see the boot is actually busted. So that's no good at all. This is a new lower ball joint, but I have a brand new one I'm putting on. I'll probably set this to the side for a rainy day maybe. Lower rearward control arm, and as everybody already know, the upper control arm, which is gone. Look at that, bro. See, that's horrible. And the notorious Rev 9 coilovers. So I'm gonna go ahead, take everything off, including the coilover, and start installing the new parts. I do have a tie rod removing tool, but it's garbage. It really doesn't get the job done. If anything, it makes it 10 times harder for me. Not saying that I do need to raise this up because there's tension on there. That's not good. So I usually just slide underneath with a pair of grip pliers and just undo the inner tie rod, pull this completely off together, and measure it from here to, I'll show you. All right, so this is not the best option, but this is an option for anybody in the gym. You just put the grip pliers on the slots and you lefty loosey it, just, I can't do it with one hand, hold up. All right, once you break that loose, you just go ahead, take that rusty puppy off and take it out. I could have just did that from jump. You just twist it. With me, I don't unlock it just because I'm doing the inner and top and outer. If, oh yeah, look, that joint's gone, bro. Since I'm doing the inner and outer, I keep it all together in one piece, and I'll show you the next step that I do. So the best way to get your alignment back in okay standards, you know, so you can get to the shot to get your alignment done, which I usually do, is take a measurement from here, not here, but from here, and try to, I gotta take this all apart, and try to get it dead center to the ball joint on the outer tie rod, and I'll show you as soon as I get this apart. All right, so what I usually do is measure from the end. Okay, before we go any further, I would like to say this is the way I do it. You can use the old school method with the string if you like, but this way works good too. Just to get you to the shot, bro. That's all. I'm gonna have to do it, you know, with 2 hands, but so you measure from the edge right here, right there, to wherever this ends up in the center. Yeah, because I don't think that's all the way like true, but that's not 100% a good alignment. This just to get you to the alignment machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and catch my measurement, because my measurement is not gonna be the same as your measurement, and go ahead and get this inner and outer tie rod back installed. All right, so we got the new tie rod on, get out the way. So now it's time to pull off the lower rearward control arm and the sway bar link. The best way to do this is literally to have both sides of the car jacked up like I have, because with one side of the car down, this actually puts tension on the sway bar, and it makes it harder to get the sway bar link out. You see how easy that came out? And with the lower rearward control arm, it's not going to align properly to get these bolts in. Even when it's up in the air, these bolts are still going to be a hassle to put in. So we go ahead and knock this out, take these bolts off. I am going to have to jack the car up to get to. So it's 1 bolt, 2, and then 3 bolts holding this rearward control arm on. That bracket right here actually comes out and then slides off of the stud, and you'll see when I get it going. those things are pretty tight. So what I'll do, I'll give that situation a break. Ooh, out of breath. Get some PB blast on it and take the upper control off while this actually sits. So go ahead and just, that'll help some. Jeez, bro. So we go ahead, knock the upper control arm off. Yeah, see? Bushing's blown too. Yep. Lost the bolt. All right, pretty sure I rolled the dice long enough. Let's pull these Rev 9s off and get these things going. All right, so got the strut bolted in, sweet ball links on. I did put more PB blaster on this one bolt. I did get the other bolt out, which is here. But this bolt is like stuck. It feels like it's gonna actually break. I'm not sure. If anything, if it's stuck, I'll just cut it out and get another bolt. So now I'm gonna tackle the upper control arms. Should be able to get it out. I mean, I did it with the Rev 9s on before, but if you see, this spring is way bigger, so we'll give it a shot. All right, so the lower rearward control arm bolt is giving us a very, very hard time. So got to pull out some heavy artillery. All right, I know that was kind of insane, but it worked. Fence post. So got the new lower rearward to go on. So that bolt that goes to that stud is 17. Those two are 14s. These two to the lower control arm are 19s. So I don't want to make this video longer than it actually should be. Those are the main bolts and components I'm changing. So I'm gonna go ahead, knock this job out and give you guys a look, see how everything looks when it's together. Hey, what up guys? So finished the GS. Everything's completely on, just gotta go get my wheel alignment. And I'll show you guys how the car actually sits. So still had to hit the car wash, but looks good. Teens on the front and the Rev 9s on the back. So, and now start working on the Z, but that's actually in the next video or two. So, hey guys, I'm gonna get my day started. Catch you guys in the next video.